I'll start this recipe by adding cooked cabbage leaves into a baking mold. Arrange all the leaves in each section of the mold. If a leaf is too large, you can cut it into smaller pieces. The amount of cabbage will depend on the size of your mold. Once that's done, let's prepare the filling for our recipe. I'll add 1 pound, 500 grams of ground beef. Let's season it. I'll add 1 egg, half a cup of breadcrumbs, 1 teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. I'll mix these ingredients together. Well-seasoned ground beef, the secret to a filling that will leave everyone wanting more. I'm sure if you make this recipe, you won't regret it. The meat is already well mixed, just the way we need it. Let's bring it closer to our mold to start filling it. Fill all the molds with the help of a spoon. Place the same amount of meat in each mold. No need to grease them, they'll come out easily. If you want to enhance the flavor, you can add more ingredients to the meat. After filling all the molds with the ground beef, let's continue stuffing our recipe with shredded mozzarella cheese on top. If you prefer, you can add small cheese cubes on top or even substitute with another type of cheese. Once you add mozzarella cheese to all, let's finish the filling by adding more ground beef on top. If you want to top with ham over the cheese, just cut it to fit the mold size. I'm adding it to the last mold. Press down well to make sure it's completely closed. And our recipe is almost ready to go into the oven. After adding the meat, let's start closing the cabbage leaves. Do this carefully so as not to tear them. That's why it's important to cook them to make it easier when closing. To cook the cabbage, just add water to a pot and wait until the leaves become more flexible. This recipe is easy to make and requires few ingredients. You'll be amazed. I'm finishing up the last mold. All the others are well sealed. Once that's done, bake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, 190 degrees Celsius, for 30 minutes. Our recipe for cabbage leaves stuffed with ground beef is ready. The smell is wonderful. The taste is irresistible. Now just serve and enjoy this delicious recipe of cabbage leaves with meat.